Daily Broadside, day 637. Barbers, hairdressers, and chefs. Those are the people that tend to lean towards getting tattoos that show the relevance to their chosen profession. You see a barber with like a hair clipper with the cord wrapped around his arm like a snake, and then you'll see like a girl with like something like a, what do you call it, like shears, you know, with just a pair of shears up there with like some bows and some flowers and cute dainty stuff. And you got a chef, he's got a big knife down his forearm, you know, big Ginsu knife, which I know they don't use Ginsu knives. I can't remember the brand that's like $700 a knife. It's like phenomenal knifery. But yeah, I don't know what's up with that. You don't see people that work for the Molly Maid having like a Hoover vacuum, like half sleeve or something, you know. Or you got somebody that like does lawn care and they've got like a Scott's broadcast spreader just ripped up their arm, you know. But chefs and hairdressers are like, yo, this is me. This is what I do, and you will know by my forearms. You want to know what I do for a living? It's right here. It's right here. What is that all about? I mean, it's cool, you know. I mean, you're in it to win it. I know that much because you've got a damn set of Oster 76 clippers on your forearm. You know, you're into it. You ain't gonna stop cutting hair. You know, nobody's gonna let you. Look, this piece of hair is stuck out of my hat. God, growing hair sucks. But yeah, y'all, I appreciate the dedication to the craft. I'll say that much. I've got this thing that I can't stop doing. Anytime I see a want ad online, and if they say anything close to, don't ask if it's still available. If it's still up, it's still available. I won't respond. And I can't help myself. I immediately, is this available? Like every single time. And I might have mentioned this a year or so ago. And I've done it 3 times this week. Just randomly looking at stuff, you know, that I might want to purchase, and you know, then it suggests other things that are akin to it, and you're like, I wouldn't buy that if you paid me. But then I see that, but I click on it anyway just because I'm curious. I'm looking at it, and it's like, don't say anything about, is this available? I won't respond. And I'm like, bloop. And then within like 5 minutes, bloop, I got another bloop alarm, and the guy's like, yes, it's still available. Are you interested? And then I just delete the conversation because my joy is over. I don't care anything else about it, you know. But yeah, I will say another thing about tattoos. Tattoos are great. They're for degenerates and criminals, but they're great. But I will say that y'all got to stop with the marijuana tattoos. Stop wearing marijuana clothing. Stop getting weed leaves on your neck. Y'all look dumb. Just smoke the weed. Like, we don't have to know that you do it. You don't have to, like, imagine you, like, if you got like a line of cocaine on your neck. Like, we wouldn't accept that. In society, we'd be like, dude, why you got a line of cocaine? But we're okay, apparently, with getting this stupid plant put on you. And then people wear, like, sweatshirts and jackets with weed all over. You put stickers on your car. You look stupid, okay? That's just like one of them things, like, you got to grow out of that, like, fast, okay? Grow up, you know, get your stash, go home, chill out, do what you want to do, whatever. That doesn't matter to me. But it does bother me exponentially every time I see it, that people just, like, brag about smoking. You're bragging about smoking weed. Like, you wouldn't get a cigarette tattoo. It's the same crap. Like, maybe the fact that it's not legal everywhere, that's them showing their solidarity. Like, yo, this weed leaf shows that it should be legal. What happens when they legalize it? In a few years, it'll be legal everywhere, ostensibly. And what happens then? You know, now you just got this stupid tattoo on your neck of something that's legal. It's like having like a can of Coke, not cocaine, but like a can of Pepsi or something on your neck. We can all have that. I mean, what's the point of that? And I was talking to this girl, good friend of mine this morning, and she travels a lot for work, and she had flown out to the Colorado area, and instead of coming back home, she decided to float on down to Florida, and so she's sitting on a beach right now, unwinding. I don't understand people that unwind. Like, why you wound up? You know, just don't get wound up. You ain't gonna unwind. You know, you ain't no damn clock. You know. But anyway, and so this morning I was talking to her, and she was like, "I'm headed out to go get a book." I'm like, "Oh, cool." I love suggesting books to people. So I was like, and I told her about this book about Woodrow Wilson, who, you know, not I'm not a fan, but a very important president in American history. Kind of ushered in, I mean, he invented the progressivism, you know, the liberalism that everybody knows today. There wouldn't have been like an FDR and a LBJ. Their policies wouldn't have come so easily if there hadn't been a Woodrow Wilson. Also was, I think he was the only, I know he's the only president with a PhD, but I think he was the only one that was a president of a university. He was president of Princeton in like the early 1900s, but I don't think there was another one. Anyway, yeah, so died at a fairly young age, relative. Well, probably not back then, but I say that to say this. So I suggest this Woodrow Wilson book, not because he's a good president, but because he's an important president in what we have now. Federal Reserve, you know, big government, all this crap that just sucks nowadays. And I said this is a very important read to get to know this guy and what he, you know, 100 and some years ago, you know, ushered into this country. And she's like, yeah, no, I need something more smutty. And I was like, smutty? And I'm like, I have never once wanted to go out and read something smutty. And she's like, you can't read a presidential biography on the beach. You need smut. And I'm like, I'm going to hang up now. And it just goes to show, it's just another reason that men and women, I don't know how we're able to get along under the same roof, as different as we are. It's insane. But anyway, y'all have a great smutty afternoon. Hey, Giddy.